My name is Stephen, and I am here to just pull back the curtain and show you guys what the Wealth Plan workshop is all about. I am a health consultant. Some people still think I'm a financial advisor. Like, I don't really understand that, but I'm a health consultant. And so I'm just here to make sure that financial advisors and FinPros get healthy and change the trajectory of their health for the future. That is where the Wealth Plan was born. That's why it's here. And it's a 6-week short, kind of intensive to learn 5 things, to learn 2 frameworks and create a plan very similar to a financial plan. And then to do it yourself and implement it, or to stay with our community that we've created to continue to see the results that you're looking for with your health. So I could really give you a gazillion statistics of why it's really important to take action and do something about your health and scare you. There's so much out there, but I'm not going to do that, because the basis of my program is around curiosity, awareness, kindness, hope, and feeling good about what you're doing. And so I was like, what do people really want to know? So I was just talking to one of my clients, and we'll call him Jeff, okay? And I said, Jeff, when you signed up 6 months ago, what was it that you wish you would have known? And he's like, well, honestly, Stephen, I just kind of trusted you. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I was like, okay, that's a problem. That's why I'm doing this preview. Help me out. What do you wish you would have known? And he told me 2 things. He said that I wish I would have known that this was not pushing a fad diet, and that I was still going to get to eat the things that I enjoy, just in a smart way, because I was so used to doing keto or some other crash diet thing that I didn't realize that you had a different method to the madness. And I was like, okay, that's cool. People do need to know that. What else? And then he said, well, I wish I would have known more about the group, the community that you've put together of other financial advisors, because I didn't realize how awesome that would be. I kind of knew it, you mentioned it, but I didn't really understand how motivating it would be to have other people just like me who are doing this career, who are on the same pathway at different stages of their own lives, and just how awesome that would be. So that was what he wanted to say, that he wished he had known when he signed up. And just to give you an idea, he signed up 6 months ago, and I just put together a list of stuff that he's done. He has dropped 33 pounds, 3% of body fat, 8.5 inches off of his waist, and gone from a tight size 40 pants to a loose size 36. And so I just want to give you guys an idea of kind of what people are seeing. Other people see different things, like changes in their triglyceride numbers, their blood sugar, or maybe their diabetes risk. But everyone learns the same 5 things, and we apply it in a way that makes sense for you specifically to reach your goals. But I'm guessing that you guys are all here because you're like, well, I'm kind of stuck, or what I've done in the past isn't working for me anymore, or I don't really know what to do. There's too much advice. It's a very noisy industry in the wellness industry, right? Lots of conflicting advice. So there's probably questions from your mind like, well, what is Stephen doing? Do I even like her? Do I want to spend time with her? Will her method work for me? Will I be successful? How much do I have to commit to this as far as time goes? What is the investment? Is it worth my financial assets to get this health asset? What's the value here? And so hopefully we can kind of just go through and ease your mind on some of that stuff. And just so you know, the 21st of March is the next cohort in the group setting. I do privates as well, but in the group setting, which is much more value for dollar, that starts in 2 weeks from today on March 21st. And then after that, on April 1st, when the next cohort starts in the future, prices are going up. So that's why I thought it was really important. If anybody's been tiptoeing on the edge, this is a really good time for you to know what this is, so you can make a decision if it's right for you when it's still the lower price. So let me just share my screen with you guys, and I can show you around. This is for financial professionals, people who are successful and have a good career, and they're ready to make some changes and be successful with their health as well. Really thinking very long-term. You'll see quick wins too, but long-term health is what we're after. And those 5 things that I just mentioned earlier, kind of teased about, is stabilizing your blood sugar, improving your metabolic flexibility. That's how well your body uses different energy sources, carbohydrates and fats, preserving your muscle and joint function. That's one's pretty self-explanatory. Oxygen utilization, that's cardiovascular improvements, and then health traps, and taxes. Those are the things that are stealing the health from you right now that you may not be aware of. So these are the 5 pathways to health. So we look at them all and we find the biggest gaps to figure out where those are. And we do 2 frameworks. And those 2 frameworks are the pyramid, which is hierarchy of wealth of what to do first, second, and third. And then also a clock, like when do you do things to optimize how your body already wants to work? It's a 6-week program, but what you get is the modules, which I'll show you in just a second. Coaching sessions with me. We meet once a week on Tuesdays, and that's recorded. So if you can't make it live, that's okay. But then we have live Q&A afterwards. And then I have open office hours on Fridays that you are welcome to attend to. And bonus for this group is I'm actually going to integrate this 6 weeks into the group that's called the Wealth Club. And you guys get to be a part of that as well for the whole 6 weeks, and maybe even graduate into that if you want to, if you feel like that would be helpful. It's such a fun group and very, very motivating. Anyway, so we get that. And probably the most value that comes from it, from my perspective of what I've heard, is the 24/7 chat, like that you're able to ask me a question and get responses. What do you think about this? Or I thought about trying that, or this isn't working, or whatever. And having that open communication with me inside of my HIPAA compliant portal. So even though it's in a group cohort setting, at the end of the 6 weeks, it's actually the 7th week, you and I would do a private, longer strategy session. Okay, here's all the stuff we've learned. How do we put this together and make sure you're not leaving any money on the table when it comes to your health? Right? So where are the biggest gaps? What is the plan moving forward? And how do we customize it all to you? The best person for this program, midlife to retirement age, already profitable, has a good career, wants to lose some weight or some inches or some body comp, or has some blood work or something that they're not super happy with, or just want to make sure they're on the right path, that they're not forgetting something. And they're comfortable using a handful of apps. A little bit of tech goes a long way when it comes to collecting data. And they like data, and they are open to wearing a wearable device as well, something like a Fitbit. The investment for a private session to go through this is $6,000. For a group setting is $3,000, and that is what's going up April 1st by $1,000 across the board. So if you want to do it now, it's cheaper than it will be the next time that I run this. Couples can do it together as well. The couple gets to do it for a half-price discount. So after, and this is what a lot of people don't understand, is that after the 6 weeks, we launch into your actual plan. That's where you see your results. You see all of the stuff I just read to you about Jeff, my client, and how much success he's seen. And you can do that on your own and be like, great, this is awesome. I've got a plan now and I know what to look for. Or you can join our Wealth Club, and that's a monthly engagement depending on how much time we work together. Anywhere between $400 and $1,500 a month. And then I wanted to show you one more thing behind the scenes as far as what the portal looks like, because the portal is on your app. I have an app where you can reach me anytime and do your modules and all of that as well. But it's also on your computer, and I've got that pulled up here and wanted to show that to you really quick. Okay, this is the portal. So basically you have chats here to me anytime that you want. And the program is right here. It's called the 6-week Wealth Plan Strategy Workshop. Boom. This was from January, but it basically has the start here that kind of tells you what we're doing. And then it's got each of the 6 things we're going to learn, and some bonus stuff that's in there that you can work your way through. Plus, there's the live stuff from me that I'm giving you. You're going to know how your body works after this. But probably where people see the most benefit is when it comes to the journals. And that's right here under journals, or you can hit the plus fast action button down here, either one. But this is where we learn so much about how your body is working and get to give that really intricate, personalized feedback on how you're doing with your food and your lifestyle, as far as, you know, your sleep or your exercise or whatever. And this is where we see a lot of people who really engage in this get their results and be like, oh, I didn't realize X, Y, or Z, and then we can fix it, and then things start to really fall into place. So I'm going to just say, yes, this is a big decision, right? This is something that is going to change the course of your health. And if you're ready for that, you're ready for it. And let's just go for it. And an easy answer that I often hear is, I'll do it when. I'll do it when, you know, things slow down. or when, fill in the gap, whatever that thing is. Almost always 4 to 6 months later, I will hear back from somebody and they'll be like, yeah, I've gained more weight, or I feel worse, or I've let this decline and now I'm finally ready. So I'm just like, just skip that part and let's just jump right in and go ahead and take control of your health again. And then don't forget that the prices are going up April 1st. So just be aware of that as well. And if you are not sure, if you have specific questions about you and you want to talk through them to see if it's right for you, then you can schedule a time to talk with me. Go to the website, fill out a questionnaire, and then we can hop on a call together. Just do it quicker versus later so that we can get you into the March 21st event if possible. Okay, we've got one question. How much time does this normally take per week? So we meet together for an hour on Tuesdays. And that's where we go over the content for that module, which is always then recorded and put into the modules as well, so you can look at it later. And then there might be like a homework, maybe something to think about, or a worksheet or something like that. I mean, maybe another hour in the week, but probably not even that much. The thing that probably takes the most time, which is always optional, is to log your food and your activity and your sleep. Like, let's get some data, and you don't have to do this forever, but data helps us make really good decisions. And so that's what I would encourage you to do, is to start just becoming comfortable and taking 5 or 10 minutes every day and logging in the stuff that you're doing. And then I can provide feedback and we can start to find a better path forward. So that's going to take a little bit of time there as well. How often do you run the 6-week sessions? So I run those about every 2 to 3 months, depending on kind of what's going on in the world with holidays or travel or those types of things. So I don't remember when the next one I'm running is, but it's like May or June after this one that starts on March 21st. So if you want to go through the group, if you want to go through with a private coaching through, and there are lots of people that do that, they want to pay more because they don't want to be in a group and that they want to preserve their privacy, then that's kind of as availability opens up. And I think at the end of March, I have an opening for that, but not quite yet. Thank you so much for joining me for this little preview. You can reach me at Steven@growwealthy.com if you have any specific questions. Like I said, go to growwealthy.com/plan, and that's where you can either set a call with me or just go ahead and sign up for the March 21st event. There is a button there that you can just go ahead and sign up for it. And then be sure to follow me on LinkedIn too if you're not. I always put out tons of content there as well. It was good to see everybody, and don't forget to keep growing wealthy.